Dragon Age Origins was rated M for mature by the ESRB and contains blood, intense violence, language, partial nudity, and sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised.
For generations, your family, the Couslands, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Cousland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial Darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
And you, Arl Howe.
My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
Delilah is quite a bit younger than I am.
As you get older, those years make less difference. A lesson often hard won.
I doubt he'll be receptive, Hal. My fierce boy has his own mind these days, make her bless his heart.
As uniquely talented as his father, I'm sure.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
No, but... What? Why can't I go into battle with you and Fergus?
I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going.
Very well, I'll do what you think is best.
Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Aedan Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They're an order of great warriors.
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
Is there a reason I shouldn't join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Hello everyone, my name is Amaronith and I play games for the internet, and today we're playing Dragon Age Origins bonus series, the Human Noble Origin. Today we're playing as Aedan Cousland, younger son of Teyrn Bryce Cousland. I believe our father's name is Bryce. And yes, Arl Howe is in fact voiced by Tim Curry. It's just one of those little things that makes me happy, that's all. Pardon me, goodness, I'm sorry. So yes, we are playing as Aedan Cousland, playing as a rogue, again, so we don't miss anything. Already. Stuff. Yeah. Yes, our father's task. Your father, Teyrn Bryce Cousland. Yeah, see? Bryce. And Arl Howe have been summoned by King Kaelin to the battle at Ostgar. However, Arl Howe's forces have been delayed. You have been sent to tell your brother, Fergus, that he should leave for Ostgar ahead of your father. Fergus is probably in his room, saying goodbye to his wife and child.
Yes?
Yeah. How long have you and father been friends?
We fought together under King Maric when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
You knew King Maric?
Your father hasn't spoken of our time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Kaelin isn't half that.
Ooh, you don't think much of King Kaelin?
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Howe. You speak of our king.
Oh, the boy did ask, your lordship, as per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion.
Wow. Don't hold back, Howe. Tell us how you really feel. Your daughter is interested in me?
The topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations.
I got the impression that Delilah didn't like me.
I'm sure that was years ago. People change. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature.
We'll see.
I'm sure there will be much to discuss once I return.
I trust the delay with your men is nothing serious.
Poor weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
You told my father the delay was your fault.
In a manner of speaking. If I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
I just want to wish you well, Arl Howe.
I thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
That was weird.
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked?
Are you sure you'll be alright?
Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my cherished son. I love you, and I trust you completely to carry on the Cousland name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear boy. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone.
Can I just say that I appreciate media where men tell other men that they love them and it's not shameful or looked down on or anything? Like, let men express their emotions. Anyway,
is sending all of our forces south a good idea?
When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here, in case.
In case of what?
Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These Darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst.
I'll do my best, Father. I swear it.
I know you will. You are a Cousland, after all. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us.
Where do you think Fergus is?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Saying goodbye to Oriana and your nephew.
I'll go now.
I'll talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
Not before I interrupt!
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
I was hoping to ask you a quick question or two.
Very well. I doubt your father would mind a slight delay.
Are there really Darkspawn in the south?
Indeed. We spotted a horde assembling in the Korkari Wilds not 3 weeks ago. Luckily, King Kaelan took us at our word and marshaled Ferelden's forces quickly. The first battles have already been fought. Your father and I must move quickly.
How many Darkspawn are there?
Thousands. Perhaps 10,000 or more in this horde. Normally the Darkspawn stay in the deep roads. It bodes ill that so many risk the surface.
How much danger are Fergus and my father in?
Well, I understand the first battles have gone easily.
Indeed. Are the Grey Wardens sure this is a blight, and not simply some large Darkspawn raid?
No archdemon has been sighted yet, my lord. But with my entire soul, I believe this is a blight.
I wish we shared your faith. I suppose we shall see for ourselves once we arrive at the King's camp.
Would you really recruit me into the Grey Wardens? Actually, did you really come all this way to see Sir Gilmore?
I have only found a couple of worthy candidates in my travels across Ferelden. Your father invited me here, suggesting this Sir Gilmore. If he is not suitable, I will head south and join up with the king.
You know the king?
Not well. King Kaelan is an eager young man who has shown great wisdom in responding to the Darkspawn threat.
I've heard he is a bit enraptured with the Grey Warden legend, and that is why he caters to your order.
How? That is unworthy of you.
He only repeats what we've all heard. Whatever the king's reasons, I'll take his support. The priority is defeating the Darkspawn before they threaten all of Ferelden.
Would you really recruit me into the Grey Wardens?
Of course. You're young, skilled, and eager for battle. Or so I heard. The Grey Wardens do not recruit simply anybody, and I intend no flattery when I say you show promise. The old treaties allow me to conscript you even against your father's wishes, but I will not do so. Our order is too small to risk animosity with Ferelden's nobility.
I'm glad I am to hear it.
It's tempting, your lordship, but I'm content to see what other candidates your castle offers.
I'll leave you alone then.
Until we speak again.
Okay, so now that we've harassed all of them,
Yes, thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Howgard.
Greetings, my lord. You are the Teryn's son, are you not?
I am indeed Aedan.
That is good to know. I understand you shall take charge of your father's castle once we march.
So I'm told, yes.
Ah, then I wish you luck. Good evening, my lord.
That was weird.
Good evening, my lord. Good evening, my lord.
That was weird, right? Whatever, I'm sure it's nothing.
Yeah.
What's in here? What's in here? Yoink.
Good
Hi.
evening, my lord.
Good evening. Mother Malol.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all!
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
Aedan would be a good Andrastian boy. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I said that and Harley made his opinion known. You don't think so?
Well, it's a good thing this is my LP and not yours.
Brat. I would appreciate that, Mother Malol.
Please, child, call me Malol. I've known you since you were a wee babe after all. Creator of the sky, the land, and the sea. Hear your people in our time of need.
Maker watch over us.
Let no man have cause to fear the shadows. Let their souls be lifted upon your return. So let it be.
Maker forgive us all.
There now. I'll be keeping a vigil tonight. You're welcome to come. There are many more who must receive the Maker's blessings before they leave. If you would excuse me.
Could you answer a few questions?
I cannot. Many await my attendance before they march into the unknown. We shall talk once the soldiers have departed.
Evening, my lord. Evening, my lord.
Right. Alright, that out of the way. Oh. Aha.
Huh.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening. playing this this opening always freaks me out a little, because once that yelling and barking starts, which we're avoiding for now, of course, because that is plot, technically, because, starting to hear that, I'm like, is that happening outside? What the hell's going on? You know?
Oh, my lord, we were just,
Taking a break.
well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Teyrn stationed us here.
Did my father fear someone would steal something?
I don't know. Nobody has come to look at the treasury.
Who has the key to the treasury?
The Teyrn, and perhaps the Teyrner? Honestly don't know, my lord.
Continue your game. Pretend I never came by.
My lord is very kind to show us such lenience.
Key required. That's all for down here.
There you are. Your mother told me the Teyrn had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello to you too, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my manners, my lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
What? She was my nanny before she was the cook. Nan won't leave.
Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
He knows better than to hurt anyone.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen, then.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Mischief in the larder.
We really should go after your hound, my lord, before he does something worse.
Yeah. Tell me about yourself, Sir Gilmore.
Well, you know I've served your father for years, since my own father sent me to squire here. My father is a minor lord in the Bannorn, but our land is little more than a glorified farmstead. I do miss it, though. The valleys of the Bannorn are beautiful this time of year. I take great pride in serving the Teyrn. Still, if I had the opportunity to join the Grey Wardens, I wouldn't hesitate.
You would leave my father's service?
With his blessing, I imagine. Joining the Wardens is the highest service one can render.
Do you know much about the Grey Wardens?
Only what everyone hears. I never expected to actually see one. So few of them are here in Ferelden.
Have you ever seen a Darkspawn?
Never. You hear about Darkspawn attacking homesteads and travellers, but I thought they were just stories.
Are the Grey Wardens really as skilled as the legends say?
I hear they only recruit the most skilled. It'd be disappointing if that wasn't true.
What happens if the Grey Wardens recruit you?
I only know that once you become a Grey Warden, your old life is over. There's no going back.
Let's talk about something else.
As you wish. But what if the Grey Warden tries to recruit you? Have you thought about it?
I really don't know how I feel about it.
I suppose you have many other options. Me? I would give anything to be recruited.
Why aren't you marching with our men?
I would were it my choice. Your father decided I should remain with the complement guarding the castle. I hope that's because this Grey Warden wishes to see me.
I don't really need you to accompany you now.
Oh, it's no bother. I should make sure that Nan is settled anyhow, or your mother will have my hide.
Let's keep going.
Of course, my lord. Lead on.
Good evening, my lord.
Get our dog. Maybe let's avoid that for now.
Yes.
Sack. Aren't deep mushrooms used in poisons? Why are they in our... Alright. Kitty! Hi, kitty. You cannot interact with cats in this game. That is a crime.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Nan.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
He's not a mongrel, he's a purebred Mabari.
A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the Teyrn, or I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Pleasant woman, on Nan.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Oh, happy dog. Happy puppy.
Are you trying to tell me something, boy?
He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait. Did you hear that?
Enter a name for the dog. Vincent.
Kill them all!
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Certainly looks that way.
Those were rats from the Kokari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Arl's men.
Going.
Iron ring. Vincent.
And I'm off.
Where, in the main LP, I named the cat, the dog Harley after my cat. Vincent was my sibling's cat. While he was alive, he was a very big cat too. He would come up to my waist when he was standing on his hind paws, and I'm not exactly short, you know? Yeah. This would be hilarious to put on a dude. I wonder how it would look.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
Actually, he was defending your larder from rats. Big ones.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
My faithful warhound made sure it was safe.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms.
Are you, Nan?
Here then. Take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about. Thank you again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment. Yes?
Do you know what...
Adney, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the Teyrn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Old bat, am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining.
Busy day?
Just keeping order. That's why your father keeps me on. The good maker knows I needn't take care of you anymore. Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue. That blasted hound is more trouble than he's worth. He is. And don't start with me. You've gotten all you're getting today. But what about you, my lord? Been keeping safe and well behaved, I hope?
Of course.
Good. I'm not exactly privy to your goings-on now that you're grown. Just an old nanny, never invited to your father's fancy meetings. Do you remember that bedtime tale I used to tell you, the dog that bit?
I remember it.
Good. Then you can start.
Before our fathers' time... Yeah. Before our fathers came down from the mountains.
A warhound was born to the elder bitch of a tribal chief. They named him Hahaku and gave him everything. He grew up a fine, strong pup, destined to be the partner of the chief's eldest son.
And Hahaku grew prideful.
The young hound became arrogant, taking food from his kin and warning them, in the way of dogs, that the chief's family would punish them if they tried to attack him. Years passed, and the time for the chief's son to take a warhound came closer. Hahaku's pride swelled, and many of the people of the tribe came to the chief, quietly whispering of this dog's bullying. With each complaint, the chief saw only Hahaku's strength and pride, and sent his people away. But as his son grew, the chief watched more closely. The day might come when his boy's life would depend on this dog. If the humblest of his people would not trust Hahaku, how could he?
Hahaku's own misdeeds bit him.
When the day came, Hahaku sat proudly waiting to be called, but the old chief chose Hahaku's brother as his son's hound. Hahaku was shamed, but felt no remorse. So great was his rage that he darted across the fire pit and bit the chief's hand.
That was a mistake.
The chief and his son struck at Hahaku, cursing him. The hound ran into the village, seeking shelter in the tents and kennels. The other dogs snapped at him, and the tribe's people threw stones at him. Before the chief could reach him, the tribe had torn Hahaku apart. Now, what should you carry from this tale?
How you treat the least is remembered by the greatest.
True. Hahaku thought nothing of abusing the tribe and their dogs, but their complaints showed the chief he could not be trusted. But you're far too old now for an old woman to be reminding you to watch how you behave, hmm?
Why did you tell me that story?
It's a story worth repeating. That's all. Be off with you then. Tell your brother farewell before he rides off to war.
Well, we've rescued Nan and we've retrieved our dog. So I'll cut it here, and next time we'll continue wandering about the castle and finally maybe find Fergus and get to him. Eventually. Until next time. Bye-bye.